The Leafs drop yet another game in overtime. However, they honestly didn't really deserve the point. In this one, they lose 3-2 to the New Jersey Devils, and the Devils' winning streak continues with the loss. The Leafs now drop to 9-5-4 on the year and fall to 1-4 in the extra frame. Pretty ugly stuff for the Leafs in overtime this year, which is kind of weird because in years past, the Leafs have dominated overtimes. Not this year. And those are 4 points that you've left on the board, which is really tough to see. However, like I said, the Leafs didn't play very well tonight, especially in the third period. And the Devils played hard right from the get-go. There were moments where the Leafs hemmed them in the zone and did a really good job early on in the game. But then in the third period, it just felt like they were all over the Leafs, turning the puck over a ton. And you somehow got a goal, got a little bit of a lucky bounce, and you got a point out of it. And that's what I have to take away from this game to keep me sane. But let's break down the game. First period. Leafs get a power play late in the period. Nice little play from Michael Bunting on the side of the net he gets the puck down there, and I'm thinking he's going to shoot it because you're right and tight. But he waits. And a lot of the Devils kind of crash towards him, leaving Matthews alone in front, and he passes it through the feet of a defender, right in the tape of Matthews, and he buries it into the empty cage. And it's the Leafs have a 1-0 lead in the power play. Marner and Bunting have assists in the goal at 15-15. We're feeling pretty good, trying to maybe go into the break with the lead, which would be fantastic. Well, as we've seen so often with the Leafs in the past, they get a goal and then sit back. 24 seconds after that, Justin Holl gets snoozing as he just kind of floats to, I don't know where he was going, right? The puck's along the boards and he kind of floats there. Meanwhile, Jesper Bratt's just kind of chilling there right in front of the net. He gets the puck and he roofs it on Matt Murray. 24 seconds after you took the lead 1-0, it's tied. And those are just backbreakers. You get the goal, you're feeling good, the fans are into it, you're jacked up, you get a power play goal, and you're looking to go into the intermission with the lead. But before you can even finish celebrating, it's tied. And those ones are damn painful. Shots on goal in the first period were 12-9 in favor of New Jersey, and it's a 1-1 game after 20 minutes. In the second period, turnover in the neutral zone, Jordy Ben tries to hustle back. And it looks like he has a position on his guy. I can't remember who the other defender was. Doesn't quite go to the guy with the puck. If you know Jordy's got that guy, you go right at the other dude. Does not. And the book on Matt Murray is glove side. And Nico Hischier roofs it glove side. Now, I can't blame Matt Murray on that because that was just a gorgeous shot from Nico Hischier. But that goal was 3 minutes into the period. And the Leafs now trail at 2-1. We talk about momentum shifts. You had that 1-0 lead. If you go into the intermission with the lead, who knows what happens to start the second? But you give up that goal 24 seconds after, kind of deflates the atmosphere a little bit in the building, whatever that was. I did hear a lot of goal Leafs go chants, which I'm like, is everyone okay? Like, you don't hear that very much because, let's be honest, not a lot of actual Leaf fans go to the games because money is a thing. And it takes the fans out of it when they tie the game 24 seconds right after that, and then the early second period goal, and just like that, you're down 2-1. Then the Devils start playing sound defensively, and this is where things get a little hairy, right? No goals in the second period for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Shots on goal were 8-6 in favor of New Jersey, but you still got a full period to go. You have a chance here, right? But in that third period, I am baffled they didn't score a goal. Matt Murray did a phenomenal job keeping the puck out of the net. And with 2 minutes to go, well, let me rephrase that. With like 5 minutes to go, you got a power play. You don't do anything with it. And then with about 2 minutes to go, Willie Nylander enters the zone and just wrist shots it on, but it goes off the stick of the defender and beats Vitek Vanacek. And we're tied at 2. Nylander with the goal, Matthews with the assist, and Riley with the hockey assist, the secondary assist there at 17:51. So with 2:09 to play, the Leafs have tied the game at 2, and we're like, okay, hey, at least get me a point. I mean, you say that when you just tied the game, right? You get that 1 point. You're like, okay, all right. Now let's go after 2. Well, no. Leafs get the puck in their own zone, though. Like, they win the faceoff. They have all the possession. The Leafs turn them over. But right as the Leafs turn them over, the Leafs turn the puck over. And in comes, I can't remember who it was, gets the initial shot, stopped by Murray. Gets taken down. There would have been a penalty on the play anyways, but Sharon Govich buries it into the cage as Matt Murray trying to dive across to make the stop with 57 seconds into the overtime frame. And the Leafs lose it 3-2 in overtime. The amount of dog water turnovers in that third period was painful. Watching the Leafs attempt to break out of their own end was painful. You know, watching Justin Hall try to hit a breakout pass. Watching Pierre Engvall try to break out of his own zone. I love Giordano, but a few times he tried to get the puck out of the zone and it just banks off the boards right to the tape of a Devil. Or he tries to fire up the middle of the ice and is knocked down by a Devil before it even get out of the zone. Even the neutral zone turnovers were all over the place. You know, and then when the Leafs did get out of their own zone, the Devils were stymieing them pretty good. They played a really solid period. It shows you why the Devils have won now, 11 straight games, 12 straight, and they're not like 14-3. It shows you why. They're fast. They're aggressive. I mean, my goodness, they're up a goal, and you see how aggressive they were playing in that third period. They play hard from minute 1 to minute 60. Isn't it beautiful? Now, I'm not saying I'm not happy with the point because, hey, you were down 2-1 with 2 minutes left. You know, you could have got 0 points. You end up getting 1. I get that. But the holes are still there. And the massive turnovers that you were seeing in that third period that somehow didn't lead to another goal. And Matt Murray diving across to make a stop off Jack Hughes in the second period. Like, he's the reason the Leafs got a point tonight. And it brings up the question yet again. The Leafs goal scoring. Yes, you scored 5 against Pittsburgh, which was great and beautiful. But the story's still out there that the Leafs are having trouble scoring this year. And Austin Matthews, 5-on-5, I think he has 2 goals this year. I think he has 8 on the season, and 2 have been 5-on-5. Where Matthews in his career have dominated 5-on-5 play. So that's a very different thing of what's happening this year for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And it's got to change if these guys want to go far. I know it's very early in the season. I get it. We're only what is that? Like 18 games into the season, something like that. Right? 18 games into the year. I understand that. But there comes a time where you want to start seeing things happen. And for Matthews, I'm loving the power play goals. It's nice. But 5-on-5, you want to see some 5-on-5 goals. And tonight was a night where the Leafs didn't play very well and they got a point. And yes, I'm complaining. But if you watch that third period, I think we all have every right to complain because that was pretty pitiful. And you look what they've done against the best teams in the league this year. And I have to swing a positive out of this. The Devils, and you can see why, are one of the better teams in hockey right now. You got a point. Vegas. Yes, you lost that one in regulation to Vegas, but let's be real. That team that was in Vegas, they were not in a good spot. When Vegas came here, you got a point. You beat the Boston Bruins regulation. You beat the Carolina Hurricanes regulation. So, you're there. But it's so crucial for this team to break the puck out of their own end. That first pass is so important for these guys. And you saw what happened in the third period where they weren't able to connect those passes. They were all over the place. They couldn't get anything done. And when they weren't making those passes early in the game, drew some penalties, got a power play goal, played pretty well for that first frame. But once they started to not be able to connect, and once New Jersey in the third period started to lock down and be really aggressive, it showed. And that's something that I'm going to continue to look at moving forward, is that first pass out of the zone. You know, they dump the puck in at the end of their shift. All right, the Leafs get the puck behind their own net. How do they break the puck out of the zone? Do they go for the long stretch pass that gets, it gets intercepted in the neutral zone and there's a 2-on-2 the other way? Or do they make that first pass to get out of the zone? They dump the puck in and they start their forecheck, right? It's totally different. That first pass out of the zone. And in that third period, it was non-existent. The MVP in today's game, the reason the Leafs got a point today, Matt Murray. 3 goals on 33 shots. He was great. You know, he made all 11 saves in the third period. You look at the last 19 shots in the second and third period, he allowed 1 goal. He was very good in this game. And look, there are going to be games where this has to happen, where the Leafs don't play well and your goalie plays well and you steal a win. Albeit that's happened a lot this year, because look at Samsonov's numbers and look at Matt Murray's numbers. Overall, they're not that bad. Even Eric Källgren's aren't downright terrible. And you're still 9-5-4. Like, it's not the end of the world, but they got to continue to build. They really, really do. Shots on goal in the overtime were 2-0 in favor of New Jersey. In the third, it was 12-11 in favor of the Leafs. For the game, it was 33 for New Jersey and 27 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Special teams-wise, they were 0 for 2. Leafs were 1 for 5 on their power plays. You would have loved to see them bury another one, but it is what it is. Now, here comes the trap game. Here comes the one for Leaf fans where we're all like, okay, well, us as Leaf fans, we're miserable because it's just who we are. The next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, I'm just trying to check here to make sure my statistics are correct, are on Saturday night at home against the Buffalo Sabres at 7 o'clock. Now, let me read to you. The Buffalo Sabres have lost 7 straight games. I don't need to say any more for Leaf fans. We all know what that means. And Buffalo does not play again until Saturday night against the Leafs. Leaf fans, we all know what I'm thinking. And I'm not going to say it. We're just going to let Saturday happen and see if our minds are right or if the Leafs can do what they're supposed to do against the Buffalo Sabres. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and parts of the game today, but not that third period, except for the Willie goal, smack the like button. Do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow night, right? Hold on. No, they don't play till Saturday, I believe, because they hit the road. They're in Atlanta, right? So there's nothing on tomorrow? No, nothing on tomorrow. They're in Atlanta taking on the Hawks. 6 p.m. tip-off there as Raptors hit the road against Atlanta for 1. I think they come home for 3 after that. Looking for win number 3 in a row for the Toronto Raptors. We'll see how that plays out. Last time they played Atlanta, they dominated them at home, but again, Atlanta's been playing some really good ball lately. They're 9-6 on the season. So we'll have to see how it all plays out, though, on Saturday evening for the Raptors. And as for the Leafs, they're back in action on Saturday as well as they host the Buffalo Sabres. 7 p.m. puck drop there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and parts of the game tonight. Talk to you guys then.